But what I know is this. They have scientifically tied the power of intention to the act of setting an intention. This is the quote that inspired Wayne Dyer to write the book, The Power of Intention. In the universe, there is an immeasurable, indescribable force which anyone that lives of the source call intent. And absolutely everything, don't miss that word, everything that exists in the entire cosmos is attached to intent by a connecting link. How do you feel about intention now? We are co-creators with God. That is what we teach here in Unity. We are co-creators with God. Intent is capable of profoundly affecting all aspects of our life. Lynn McTaggart tells us in her The Intention Experiment. And what she means by that is every aspect. And the interesting thing is that we're not talking today about visioning, or we're not talking about how to manipulate somebody by saying, well, I intend to make you do this. That's not the kind of intention we're talking about. We're talking about intention, as Alice referred to, that is sincerely held. Now, the crazy thing about intention is this. You're doing it all the time. You're doing it all the time. So what are you intending in your life? If it impacts every aspect of your life, and you're doing it all the time, do you think we should raise our consciousness or our awareness around it? Maybe just a little? Maybe just enough that we start to consciously claim what it is that we're intending? And do we, in fact, allow ourselves to do that in our lives? Or are we just kind of blowing in the breeze? Oh, look, I happened to get there. I wonder how I did that. Oh, look, I happened to accomplish that. I wonder how I did that. There was an intention behind it. The brain hears us, and our heart, which they have scientifically proven, has a brain. And when we send a clear intention from our heart and through our heart, we empower it to show up in our lives. That's the good news when we're getting what we want. And that's the tricky news when we're not. We get to own it. We get to remember that it profoundly affects all aspects of our life. And because we are co-creators, it gets a little tricky, because for me, I have to remember to leave room for God. I just have to remember to leave room for God. And because we're doing it all the time, every single one of us affects the reality that we see and the reality that we live in. So how you doing? So how is that showing up in your life? How's that feel today? Are you absolutely 100% happy with where you're at? And if you are, I am celebrating that with you, and I want to talk to you after service, because I want to know how you did that. My intention is, what is it? Bruce Lipton tells us this: every single one of us affects the reality that we see. Even if we try to hide, we're all doing it all the time. And in that doing it all the time, the invitation today again is to raise the awareness around it. Dr. Joe Dispenza gives us a little taste of how to do that. So check this out. He says, if you're not waking up in the morning and being defined by a vision of the future, then you're still living in the past. Ooh, ouch, 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 ouch. Okay, so now I'm supposed to wake up. First of all, waking up, right? For some of us, that's a challenge. So I'm supposed to wake up in the morning and be defined by a vision of the future. And if I'm not doing that, I'm living in the past. And what I can tell you is there's some of that past that I'm not just so fond of. Now, some of it I really like. In fact, some of it I wish I could just kind of sit right there and just be with it just forever and never move from it. And then where would I be? And then what would the world around me look like? And what would the greater of the great look like if we just sat in that most pleasant past that some of us may have? So if we're not waking up in the morning with that vision of the future, then we are living behind us. Then we're not there. And we are cutting ourselves short of the amazing that is available to us in every moment. The amazing that is available to us. Is anybody in? Do you want more amazing in your life? No, really, that's a question. Because if you don't, I can be done now. Because I just have a few suggestions. And Dr. Joe Dispenza shares those suggestions this way. The first thing we have to do in our intention setting is to get clear. And the best way to get clear is this. The same letters that spell the word listen spell the word silent. I recommend that that's where you sit first. Sit and be silent. Get clear. Because I can make up all kinds of intentions. How about you guys?
Sure.
I intend to win the lottery. I intend to drive the most expensive car in Flagstaff. I intend to just be amazing. Those would all be really great things. And the question is, am I sincerely holding those intentions? Well, apparently not about the lottery because I haven't bought a ticket. Apparently not about the car because I don't like car payments and I like a truck better anyway. But the intention to be amazing is absolutely one that I'm willing to own. I am willing for the thought that I have when I wake up to be, I'm going to be amazing today. I'm going to be amazing today. And with that sincerely held intention, suddenly, and I've gotten clear on what that intention is, I start to move toward that. When I want to be a little stinker in traffic, and I can be a little stinker in traffic, I remember that my intention is I want to be amazing today. Does that action in traffic support that? I think not. He also tells us to ask a bigger question. What would it be like to be amazing? What would it be like to be healthy? What would it be like to be present? What would it be like to be the expression that I'm called into in any given moment? What would it be like? So once we are clear and we have prayerfully discerned that intention to ask the bigger question, what would it be like? Now we're moving toward intention. Now we're moving towards setting something that truly can impact our lives and impact the lives of the people around us. Now we're doing it. And we're doing it consciously. And once that is done, we feel that elevated emotion. You know, that one that says, yes, I'm there. I know what it feels like to be amazing. I own it. I claim it. I am it. I am sincerely invested in this intention. This, folks, is quantum physics. Wayne Dyer told us years ago, believe it and you'll see it. Don't wait to see it to believe it. Believe it, you will see it. And here's the biggie. And it never fails. It just never fails when I go looking for ways to fulfill some of these spiritual things that I'm called into. It always comes back to this. Surrender. I don't know about you. That is not my strong suit. I'm a doer. I'm a get it doneer. Surrender, prayerfully discern, get clear direction, know what that intention is, sincerely hold it, and then surrender. This is where it gets tricky. It is in the power of the surrender of my intention that I catapult that intention to the universe, that I am co-creating with, and the universe has the opportunity to do its work. and I get out of the business of the universe. I step out of the way, and I continue to sincerely hold that intention, and I notice that spirit rushes in. But if I'm standing in the way, if I'm in the doorway, and I'm holding that intention, and I mean I am holding that intention, I mean I'm holding it so tight nobody can even realize what it is, let alone allow the universe to do its work. When I surrender into it, God has the power to do God's work. And God loves me so much that the universe, spirit, God, like I say, I don't care what you call it Joe, will allow me to continue to hang on to that so tightly and will wait patiently while I move to the place of surrender. We love our children enough to let them fall down a few times when they're learning to walk. We love ourselves enough to surrender into the power of intention. We release to the greater good, and we stand back and we know we've done our work, we've clearly discerned it, and we are co-creating with God. Let's see what else I thought was a good thing to share with you. Setting a long-term intention is like setting a compass of your heart. This was said by Jack Cornfield, which I love his name, by the way. He brought Buddhist mindfulness to the United States. Huh?
Being from Illinois.
Being from Illinois, I love his name. Yeah. I grew up in the cornfields, right? And I had every intention of getting out of there, and I did. And I love it. Well, I like it. It's a good place to know where I'm from. But my intention was to leave there. And what I noticed is that's what I did. And it was a sincerely held intention. And I can tell you that setting a long-term intention is like setting a compass in your heart. Where and what direction is the compass of your heart set on today? Where is it? Where are you going? What is your intention? What if we ask this question? This question. In any situation, what is the best intention in this? What if we went back to co-creating rather than controlling? This is mostly for me that I'm saying this. So what if we went back to co-creating instead of controlling? And what if we asked the question, what is the best intention in this? In this, what is the best intention? What could we create? What could we be? Who? Who could we be? And how could we show up? Any ideas? Any thoughts about that in your life? Any ideas or thoughts about that in the world? What is our best intention in this situation? What if that became a question that we move to when we feel ourselves moving into a place of control? When we feel ourselves moving into a place of despair? When we feel ourselves at a loss? What is the best intention in this? There's a lot of power in that, folks. And I have another famous quote, or soon to be famous. Once an intention is set and sincerely held, it will not go unnoticed by the universe. I went to hear a gentleman speak last week. Mark Kelly. This is not a political statement on my part. I went to hear Mark Kelly speak. He's running for the Senate. His wife is Gabby Giffords. And for those of you who may not know, Gabby Giffords was in the House of Representatives in Arizona. And in 2011, Gabby Giffords was the victim of an assassination attempt. Gabby Giffords had it going on. She knew, she had set the intention that she was going to make a difference on this planet. She had set the intention that through education and policy, that she could make an impact in ways that she never realized she could until she got into politics. And this was her intention, and she held that sincerely. And she moved toward it, and she kept moving toward it. And then 2011 happened. And when I watched her walk in with her husband, Mark Kelly, I thought, first human thought, what a shame. And I will guarantee you that is not her first thought of her day. She does not see it as a shame. She has sincerely held the intention that she will make a difference, and she will do it through policy, and she will do it through effort, and she will do it through collaborating and working. And now she has inspired her astronaut husband to run for the Senate. Her work continues. Her intention, being sincerely held, is still making its statement. Today, it doesn't have to look the way we think it's going to look. It doesn't have to look the way that we want to control it into. We are co-creating. Now, that is not the best case scenario, and I am certain that was not one that she had run as a possibility, but it is where she's at. And what I notice in meeting her and speaking with her is this. She intends to continue to make a difference, and her very presence does exactly that. With that sincerely held intention of having an impact. This is the power of intention, and we're doing it all the time. All the time. And it does not go unnoticed by the universe. The universe is listening. It sits in silence and it waits for you to surrender to the power of co-creating. Are you willing? Do you think we could maybe make some difference in our lives and in the world? Were we to apply or even think about applying some of these thoughts? And what will happen in that process is this. Everything we do will become holy. Because we have clearly discerned what is ours to do, and we are setting an intention, and we are clear, and we move toward it, and we surrender into the power of co-creating. And the universe notices, and things start to move. And we stay detached from the outcome of that, of what it should look like, and everything becomes sacred. Because we're aligned. Because we're committed to our co-creating. How does that feel? It feels really good up here. How does it feel? And we're doing it all the time. This is a really big, long quote. What I'd like to point out in this is this. The human condition, whether love or hate, conflict or compassion, is always born in the human heart. We have an enormous creative capacity, and it is possible for us to envision and intend to live together harmoniously. We have this power, and everything becomes sacred. Everything becomes sacred. And with that, I turn it over to our music team. Thank you.
When I was a boy each week, Sunday we would go to church, pay attention to the priest. He would read the holy word, consecrate the holy bread, and everyone would kneel and bow. Today the only difference is everything is holy now. Everything When I was in Sunday school, we would learn about the time Moses split the sea in two, Jesus turned the water wine. And I remember feeling sad that miracles don't happen still, but now I can't keep track, 'cause everything's a miracle. Everything's a miracle. Wine water is not so small, but even better magic trick is that anything's here at all. So challenging thing becomes not to look for miracles, find where there isn't one. And holy water rare at best, it barely wet my fingertips, but now I have to hold my breath like I'm swimming in a sea of it. It used to be a world half there, heaven's second rain me down, but I walk with a reverent air, 'cause everything is holy now. Everything is holy now. Read a questioning child's face and say it's not a testament. That would be very hard to say. And see another new morning come and say it's not a sacrament. I'll tell you that it can't be done. This morning outside I stood and saw a little red-winged bird shining like a burning bush, singing like a scripture verse. It made me want to bow my head. I remember when the church let out, things have changed since then. Everything is holy now. It used to be a world half there, heaven's second rain hand me down, but I walk with a reverent air, 'cause everything is holy now. Everything's holy now. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Reverend Tony, and the band.
Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful. Now is the time for our offering. In unity, we believe that we co-create with God the good